So 1 week ago, I told you guys about how I was laid off. And in that video, I made a very bold statement. I said I was giving myself 60 days. Now, that's 60 days to either find a new job or to build something through social media that could potentially replace that kind of income. And today is Friday, which marks 1 week since they actually told me that my position has been terminated. And to be honest with you, this first week has been a real mix of emotions. It's been a lot of hard work and a ton of really important lessons that I learned. I hope that none of you have to ever go through this, but I thought just in case, I want to let you guys know what a first week of being laid off actually looked like, at least in my personal experience, and also give you some tips on what you should do the first week of being laid off. Because if it happens to you, it's not just a career moment, it's a life moment. So if you guys didn't see my last video, here's the quick version. I recently got laid off unexpectedly, obviously. That's usually how layoffs work. It was a normal Friday, normal routine, clocked in, and the next day, my routine completely changed. And when something like that happens, you suddenly have a lot of time. And with that amount of time comes a lot of thoughts. But of course, as many of you know, life doesn't just pause. And in fact, my first week after being laid off was completely packed. First off, I applied to 10 different jobs to see if there's any chance, any shot I can actually get a new job, to get a sense of what the job market looks like, or I guess I should say the unemployment market. All right, just finished making my first resume for a job position with actually Dude Perfect. They're hiring for a lot of social media positions, and one of them is a social media manager. And it doesn't seem like they're looking for somebody with a ton of experience, but somebody that actually has a lot of interest in social media and a lot of drive, which I think is me. But on top of that, my family and I have been working on improving the exterior of our house, including like painting the exterior walls, replacing rotted wood, and even renovating our yard. Next project is to redo the front yard, I guess kind of, but it's gonna be raking the yard because it is horrible. Because the plan before I got laid off was that we were going to sell our house and move to the city of San Antonio, Texas. We had the tools, we had the supplies, so the project didn't stop. We're continue doing that. And it's honestly a fun project to do. It's great to see the house that we bought almost 5 years ago being improved. We renovated the entire inside of the house, but we just didn't have the money to renovate the outside of the house. Those were for the appraisal districts, if you know what I mean. But on top of that big project, we have kids. We have 4 kids who like to do a lot of things, and they're homeschooled. So we take them to the park, we take them to the library, we even took them to our local museum. And then on top of that, we have church. We go regularly. Especially now that I'm laid off, it's fantastic to be able to go to church, because a lot of Sundays I had to work and I had to miss out on church. We went to Bible studies when we could. We went to extracurricular activities, if you want to call it that. But the Sunday service is just different, and it means a lot for me to be able to go with my family once again. Was able to attend our men's prayer breakfast, which I was able to announce that I had been laid off, so the men are praying for me, which is a great feeling to have. It's something that is really grounding me. And to be truthful with you, these moments remind me that even if my job situation changed, my life didn't stop. But I'm not going to pretend like this week has been easy. The first few days of being laid off were really strange. You wake up and suddenly your normal routine is gone. Your brain starts racing. You're thinking about all the obvious things: bills, your family, job search, what are you gonna do in the future? All of this free time, this freedom is really paralyzing. You easily fall into this trap of just constant worry, but not a lot of time moving forward. And that's something that I realized really quickly, because even when I was applying to jobs, working on the house, fixing the yard, there were still moments of uncertainty that just kept creeping in. But this week also reminded me of something important. When something unexpected happens in your life, you still get to choose how you respond. So in my experience, here are 5 things I did this week that I think could benefit you guys if you're going through the same situation. Number 1, give yourself time to process this major life change. For some of you, that'll look like a day. For others, that may be a weekend. And for others, that may be a week. The point is, give yourself some space. Take a day, let yourself feel it. Talk to your spouse, talk to someone you trust. Obviously, pray about this major change. Because if you're pretending that this didn't affect you, if you're just trying to play it off, it's not going to help. You can't ignore this. And that's what it looked like for me that first day after being laid off, was acceptance and realization and trust and faith in God. And once you have gone through that process, however long it may take, that's when you start taking real action. direction, which I think the first thing is your financial situation. That's number 2. This means understanding how much money you have saved up. If you're anything like me, you weren't expecting this and we didn't have a ton of money saved up. We have some money saved up, but not a ton of it. You have to go through and figure out what your monthly expenses are, what's the fat that you can cut off, what is what you want, what is what you don't need, and realistically how long you can operate before income becomes an issue. This is not a fun step by any means. It's going to take some real honesty and real truthfulness, but getting this done is powerful. It's stewarding your money wisely. Stewarding is a biblical concept. God is the owner of all your money. He's in charge of it. You are just taking care of it. You are stewarding it. Stewarding creates strategy. Number 3, update your resume and online presence. The third thing I did, which was actually almost immediately, updated my resume and my LinkedIn status. Really anything that represents your work, update it. Most people tend to wait until they actually need these things, but when opportunity shows up, you want to be ready immediately. This also forces you to reflect on something important. What skills you actually bring to the table. Number 4, start building something. One of the best things you can do being laid off is to build something, but that can look like a few different things. It could be a project, it could be a skill, it could be a personal brand, maybe a small business idea that you've had and hadn't had an opportunity to really go in on it. For me, that's what my entire journey is. This is why I'm documenting this on YouTube. I'm posting videos every single day. I'm learning a new skill every single day for potential employers or for potentially finding a new stream of income. Because even if this doesn't replace my income immediately, I am still building something valuable, or at least I hope I am. And then number 5, create a daily structure. When I lost my job, I lost a lot of my structure. I said it earlier, but dude, freedom is paralyzing. All this time, all these things to do, I just didn't know how to prioritize a lot of it. So I created a daily system using Notion. If you haven't heard of Notion, you should definitely check it out. Maybe that'll be a video in the future. It's a daily system of keeping track of the content I post, the ideas that I have, the skills that I'm learning that are new, and it's even working towards new opportunities. I have a table that keeps track of all the jobs that I applied to, when, the status, the information. If you guys are interested in any of that, let me know in the comments and I will definitely make sure to create something for you guys to use. But the key to finding structure in your day-to-day life is to have a sense of purpose, direction, and to have some drive. So 1 week into this 60-day challenge, here's what I've realized. Getting laid off can truly make you feel like the world just stopped, but in the reality, it doesn't. Life keeps moving. Your family still needs you. Your goals still matter. And sometimes moments like this force you to grow in ways you wouldn't have chosen on your own. Sometimes that's just how God works. For his glory, to better us, these curveballs can happen in life sometimes. But I'm trusting in him. And I'm doing my part. Right now, I'm applying for jobs. I'm working on projects around my house. I'm spending valuable time with my wife and kids. And I'm growing spiritually in my faith and trust in Jesus. I'm building something on social media. And honestly, even though it feels like it's been months, it's only been 1 week. I'm just getting started. And if you want to see how this journey continues over the next 60 days, make sure to subscribe because I'm going to keep documenting this thing. The wins, the struggles, and hopefully when everything finally comes together. See you guys in the next video.
Monster Jack. His name is
Okay, get the truck out of the way now.
Why?